How has Granger Community Church impacted your life?
The very first time I walked in the doors of GCC was 16 years ago. I came in the door, and in the service he said, "You matter to Christ." And nobody had ever told me that.
My daughter talked us into coming here, and our life has been changed.
I used to feel alone, scared, isolated, like I was the problem, but now I see that I'm wanted, I'm appreciated, and I know that I am a child of God and I have family here.
We felt welcomed, we felt loved, like we're all family. We belong.
There was no judgment, there was no, oh, look what they brought in.
I wasn't sure of who I was anymore. I kind of lost my identity, and Granger really helped me find my identity again.
I get this sense that I'm not alone.
I was going through a dark time, didn't feel like I belonged, and something told me that Saturday evening not to give up on yourself. There's something that's waiting for you. The next morning I kept saying, get up, you have somewhere to go. You have somewhere to be. I just drove, and I kept hearing, keep going, keep going. And I eventually ended up in the parking lot of Granger Community Church. And that day that I walked in that church, I have come almost every Sunday. I want people to know that they're not alone, and you have family here.
I was lost. I thought I had nothing going for me, so I came here.
I realized I didn't have to do it all by myself.
I've made so many new relationships with so many people.
I started online. After about a year into COVID, it's like, I've got to get with people, I've got to get with community.
Getting involved with these life groups has really made a difference.
They challenged me not just to be a consumer at church.
As I went through the core classes, I found out I was an extrovert, and I love telling people my story.
I went to middle school camp, and I just started bawling out crying at the commitment night.
We just kind of all took a moment and we just sang. And I just remember that was so impactful, and I was just able to be there with all of my friends and just really feel God's presence.
I went through a time in my life where I saw God more as scary, and now I see him as warm and loving.
Jesus became personal, and now I'm living for him.
You realize God has always been with me.
I can make a big difference in somebody's life just by focusing on them and focusing with helping God.
I learned that the intentionality that you need to serve is just like how Jesus served.
To help other people is a wonderful thing. I'm giving back.
That's why I like coming to Granger, and Granger's it's been really helpful to me, and because of this, I'm becoming the young man God wants me to be.